Tonight I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite weeknight dinners, steak fried rice. I make this almost on a weekly basis. I just switch out the proteins. Tonight we're doing steak. This recipe is adapted from another food blogger. I will tag her below, but essentially what you're going to do is add double the amount of soy sauce that you do of oyster sauce. So for here I did 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce and then half of that for oyster sauce. And then I did just a splash of sesame oil. Shake it up and that's your sauce. It's that simple. You're going to use about 2/3 of this to marinate your protein. So we're going to pour it on the steak, get it nice and covered, and set it aside for 15-20 minutes, and then the rest will be used for the actual rice. Another reason I love this recipe is it's all made in one pan, and you really can use up what's in your fridge. I like to use 3 to 4 eggs, scramble them up. I use an actual wok, but if you have a big saute pan, that'll work too. Once the eggs are cooked, take those out of the pan, add a little bit of oil, and now we're going to cook the steak. At this point, your house is going to start smelling like a hibachi kitchen, so you're welcome. You want to sear it on all sides, get it nice and juicy, and then you're going to take that out of the pan as well. Don't do what I did and almost light your house on fire. But yeah, put those aside. And next we're going to add a little bit more oil and cook our vegetables. So if you have onions, cook those now. I didn't, so I just used frozen peas and carrots. And then even though I'm a food blogger, one thing I can never ever cook right is rice. So I always get the frozen bags of rice. You can find them at your grocery store and cook those. The last ingredient for the sauce is going to be the Shaoxing wine. So I think this is what takes this recipe to the next level of tasting like an actual Chinese takeout recipe. Let that wine burn out for about a minute, add the eggs back in, mix it all up, and then we're going to add the rest of our sauce. I usually start with about half of it and add to taste because it can get salty really, really fast. Mix it all up. I like to let the bottom sear a little bit to get a little bit of crispy rice. Add the steak in, and guys, at this point, it's taste test time. This is our favorite weeknight meal. I like to use shrimp. We've used chicken. I've done vegetable. Pile it into a big bowl. And then, of course, I'm going to add a condiment. I love the yum yum sauce that you get at like a hibachi restaurant. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you give it a try. Check out the original creator because, again, this is adapted from her recipe, but this is a weekly favorite. Let me know if you try it.